And hello, everybody. Welcome on in to the Overwatch Clash, Season 7, Week 3 game between the Moon Baboons and the Isopods. I'm Boone, joining me today is going to be Corey on the prod as well as the color casting. And now we got ourselves a fairly interesting game here, Corey. Isopods coming off a fairly bad loss last week, 3-1, after having very high expectations early in the season, and the Baboons are looking for their first overall win. So what are you kind of expecting going in here in a map into, I should say, match 3 for both these teams? Any adjustments or same old, same old?
Yeah, I think a big thing that we're seeing this week, specifically week 3, is that it's a bit of a different look from the first 2 weeks in terms of the starting map. Lichang Tower and Paul both pretty much get away with Brawl as well as Dive, but on Busan you can't really do the Brawl outside of Mecha Base. You kind of have to go for like either a Dive or a Poke. So we'll see how that translates to teams. Obviously, going into this match, the pods. Um, I think the Baboons haven't really impressed me in their first 2 weeks of play, and honestly, the thing that you're gonna have to look for is the rest of kind of keep up with Neptune, and that might be a little hard going into some very high ranked players on the ice. But again, I think like most control maps, this really comes down to what specific points you start on. For example, if you've got a really brawl heavy team and the first one roll on Busan is mecha based, that can kind of change them first map.
And kind of the biggest thing with the Baboons so far this season is what role is Neptune play on what map. It looks like on Busan, gonna be sticking more over onto that DPS, probably like a Tracer look. I know that the Neptune and Senemi DPS line is really good, so if you can get these two kind of rolling, you'll be in a great position to do so. As well as the Isopods, we're gonna have Flamo Jambo being rung here by Panini for at least a map here, as we're waiting for Flamo Jambo's early game to complete. Um, yeah, we're gonna start here over on the Busan here very shortly, going into the map, see where we start. We are starting over on Mecha Base, but the thing what's interesting is that Yak is playing tank for his first map, which you would probably expect to see more like a Doomfist look from Yak, maybe the Orisa, but Odin, we've seen a lot of the Ramatra, we've seen more of that brawly style, so this could be a pretty good role here for the side of the Baboons as we go into our first map. See, of course, what both teams had to roll out on. But Neptune, there's a lot that Neptune can play in these kind of looks. We could see potentially like the Genji, Adventure, Tracer, very flexible player. But of course, the biggest thing is will HTZM be able to match this output and potentially vice versa?
I agree with that analysis. I think, as I was saying, we are starting a mecha base here, so it could be something completely different than what we were expecting. But I really don't look the like the I really don't like the look coming from
One. Round one. Capture the objective.
more meta centric. Um,
It was funny to see Neptune and HTZM both tier 2 players off-rolling on a DPS. You love to see that, but we have a slow orb as well as a Torbjorn turret putting a lot of pressure over on Neptune early here. Chartron seems to be the eye here on Yak. Turret does fall here. Senemi still online, but it will break here to the wall. Still, no real picks coming here as Odin over onto the Sigma is poking and prodding around this corner. Playing safe. Yak looking for a wall potentially to land onto an opponent, but for now, Senemi taking a bit of an off angle here, far away from point. Yak goes in very deep here. Neptune in the backline, but might get punished here. Chartron first to fall. HTZM find that shot. And now, two quick ones here for AST with that charge rail. That might be the point here. Struo caught in a slow orb as well. Odin just slowly rotating on the point. But AT Design and Kropp following this one up, trying to get any final blows, but it will be Isopods taking first control.
Pretty decisive showing there from the Isopods. You see most of the ult charges pretty evenly matched outside of the enemy versus AST.
HT Design is forced to use that roll, that slide fairly aggressively to get back to the team. A lot of low members on the other side, but just barely in time. The Zeus from Rusty Goopa keeps them up. Strudel engaging here with the Kitsune Rush, but Yak is in the backline and finds Senemi, takes down that Torbjorn. The point still in favor of the Isopods. They can re-engage here with their own Kitsune Rush from Rusty Goomba. AC Design with the Torture up on the top left, simply too much to do with here as Odin goes on down. and Isopods will maintain control 1-for-1 in terms of ultimates.
I like the aggressive Kitsune ults. However, they didn't take into account the fact that you can just amp speed away. And then we're able to re-engage.
Walking in here, Yakling for a wall. Will ice it over onto his Odin and Neptune. We do have HT Design popping this overclock very quickly here, and now the downpour. Don't believe really caught anybody in that well. Okay, Guitartron stuck in the stairwell. But HT Design cleaned up these kills, finding 3 this fight. That might just be the Isopods taking yet another one here. There probably one more contest on the point for the Moon Baboons, but not see much to work with aside from this big flux from Odin. It has to be massive.
I agree, it has to be massive. We do have the beat from Krill, though. Oh.
That's a good start. As Neptune does take down Panini, build the last percent of that blade, but here comes the beat out from Krill. Panini's turret is taken down, Neptune down basically immediately. Yak gonna get soul fluxed up in the sky here, looking to slam on down. The Suzu is gonna land just in time, no damage done to this hazard, and now Strudel just TP's on in, but sad there's Yak's wall right there waiting for him on the other side. Then he can't get a touch. AC Design continues to light up the kill feed and get these kills and secure this point. Neither Molten Core is going to be popped here for this point to flip. Neptune does get a last second contest on the Genji, TP Suzu as well. And there's a Molten Core from Panini to finish off that fight. And that will be point A here, Mecha Base going the way of the Isopods. And I mean, we were talking before this map really started that Mecha Base might, you know, favor the side of the Moon Baboons, but the Isopod showing a different look here with Yak on a tank on the hazard, just playing really aggressively in that choke.
You know, it does favor the Baboons, but they just did not play a Brawl comp. They played Hope comp. Really odd. I also want to shout out Resting Umoza, incredible Suzu, Yak. Using the beat for the blade. Managing to keep him alive through that. And AST side probably had over 10 final blow. Pretty crazy.
Now we see the Ramatri here on downtown, and as a tank player, I'm not quite sure about this selection here, but maybe Odin can make it work. Maybe eat my words here.
Maybe they thought
as Neptune brawl. We'll see. As Neptune has decided to match AC Design on the Sojourn, puts more pressure. We do see the Moon Baboons playing this Mega Site, which is what you want to do on this Ramatri combo. Neptune, first of all, AC Design again, opens things up with an early kill. And now Odin kind of caught out. No one really nearby to do the TP away from Strudel. They will get out with no other casualties, but a quick flip here for the Isopods over on the first point as Neptune swaps to the Signature Pharah here, but into AC Design on the Sojourn. Probably not long for this world, to be honest, most fights.
Something I'd like to note real quick is that they had Neptune start on the Sojourn, while Seneme's been playing the Sojourn for the first 2 weeks of the season. I'm not sure why. They have him on the
looking pretty good on Sojourn.
Yeah.
And yeah, the Neptune gets caught inside the Mega Room, nowhere to fly away, caught with that slash. They're trying to get a trick, trying to get a punishment here over on towards Krill, but Yak is still in the backline, holding down this Mega Room basically by his lonesome right now, finding 2 quick kills, and just going to be the stagger here as well onto Odin's. Panini just runs on in with the hammer, but AC Design steals that final blow for the stats. And that will be once again another fight going their way, and the ults just nowhere to be found from Moon Baboon so far.
They're already kind of struggling, I think. You do have a ringer, Panini. I have to imagine that the Baboons are playing.
A couple direct shots here from Neptune. We're forcing them away. Casino Rush in the sky, and we have Yak playing the anti-air artillery, taking down Neptune on this Pharah. Finally a kill for the Moon Baboons on the AC Design, but it's going to respond with 4 quick ones right back at you here from the Isopods, and now 70% and counting, and just having a bit of Kusina Rush there for the Isopods. They're going to have a response for the Moon Baboons, but only 1 ult online. It's got to get the space to get this point for them.
I don't know if they, they're going to have maybe 1 ult by the time they can get a touch. Neptune might actually get picked before. Oh, Krill.
Yeah, Krill going for that, but Krill goes a little too deep there. Taken down, can't use his beat. Is 90% right now for the Isopods, just trying to nice touch with AST Design, using the spacing zoning ultimate, but doesn't find any kills, doesn't find any space. Now here comes a from Strudel on their spawn side. AST Design does not need the ultimate, but Neptune does. Finally shuts that down. A lot of pick going back and forth here, but the Molten Core from Senmi on the point keeping Yak stuck in the corner, but Odin is to a support from the support line of the Isopods to keep themselves both each other alive, and they're gonna just zone out Odin's annihilation there, not playing inside the tendrils. That might just be this map here. Panini running around with the hammer out, trying to find one. And now Molten Core, for any Elastic contestants, Neptune will have nowhere to touch on this point, as Busan will go heavily in favor of the Isopods as they take our first map.
For anyone watching at home, if you're in a 1v4, don't shoot the Torp turret.
Play of the game.
You're gonna have to try to get one person. I don't know, but let's shut that.
The 6th man taken down.
Yeah,
Fight victory.
got mine. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the Isopods did not play Yak Tank.
That is correct. But they can't play any other comps with Flambeau not being there right now, so.
I was wondering if this was.
I think there's been some talks of potentially some more AST design tank looks, but I guess we will, we're going right into our next map here already selected, so we can just stay here and keep chatting. We're on to Flashpoint now for the Moon Baboons. What do we need to see to try to counteract this? Just play from the Isopods right now. This Hazard look very strong from right now, playing well with the Ringer. Seemingly having no issues with the Ringer being able to put down a turret and just hold M1 down a choke here, but do we see the same looks for both these teams going into Junkertown? Or New Junk City?
The nice answer is that you need to swap your comp. Probably. If you really, for some reason, they're very playing the Torp. Torp, you got a full scene. Pro play. What has been working? Counter that has ball, Torp. So if you're gonna run the Torp without. Up entirely. I think
Okay,
another
here we
thing
go.
That could be good is running as an yacht.
Maybe, with Neptune in the support line now. Neptune gets swapped in to support Tedium to DPS through to the bench. Krupp and Snowspot in exchange spots right there, as well as Yak and AST Design. AST Design over on a tank and Yak on to the DPS. So no more tier 2 players off rolling here. We're gonna have Neptune on the support and AST Design in the tank. So, I mentioned the first map, these two going at it on the DPS, but now deciding to go opposite paths here. One taking the way of support, one taking the way of the battering ram, and now on New Junk City, you said when you see some comp swaps, we are seeing that from the Isopods at least, putting AST Design on the tank price. Going to see more of like a Junker Queen look, a Risa perhaps. But Odin sticking on the tank here. We did see a lot of Sigma, but potentially a Ram look a little better here, especially now with Neptune playing that support. Got that Baptiste at your back, putting the damage and giving me the heal at the same time. We'll see if the adaptations aren't quite there. Let them know that Prod is ready and we should be hopping in here momentarily. And here we go, right into New Junk City. And I thought I had a point to make, but I kind of sat there. My mind was completely blank, so I'm going to spawn and I guess I can just stall for 12 more seconds and we see actually some team comms coming out right now. Yak probably be looking at a Genji, and that's kind of the 7-7, the dead name of Yak there on the Genji, but gotta play Junkerat. I certainly would be interested to see us come out, but AT Design get a 4.5 player on Hazard. It could be a real long day in the office here for Charvatron and Neptune support line.
I'm not sure if this look, to be honest. AST Design is really good on tank. However, he's also really good in DPS, so I really have to see how this is going to work out.
Difference in support lines here, the Juno Brig versus that Lucio Baptiste. You might want to favor Lucy here, especially on Flashpoint, which is how quickly you can get around with a speed amp, get the points early, but Dip Rusting will be using that speed ring out, of course, to get to this point early. Gonna just a full team rotate here, but Chartron getting isolated by that wall. Just brilliant gets out with her life there. Neptune keeping her alive with a couple of nice right clicks to the dome. The Torch turrets exchanged here for either side, and now here comes a re-engagement for the side of the Moon Baboons. Tedium lining up these shots here. We do have AC Design taking a bit of damage here at one time at the point. Odin taking some damage. Snow Spot with the first to fall. Tedium in the backline finding 2 with a melee, and now just Roasted Goomba. Tedium trying to get a third. Tedium a third with a melee. Playing Iron Fist here. Marvel Rivals make his way to Overwatch, and now it's just Yak in the backline. Finds Neptune, but that's an eagle kill at this point as Tedium chasing down this Genji from Yak. Can they get the stagger? Yak trying to get away. It looks like he might do so successfully. Has a dash away and does get out with just enough HP.
Okay, for a second I thought Tedium had Blade already. I'm like, okay, I'm seeing things. Very good dive though there. That person.
Tedium is forced out here pretty early though by Yak jumping up there with the help of AC Design. Wall is used by AC Design falling down to half HP. Now Yak kind of caught no man's land here, has deflect ready to go, but Odin just laying his palm punches right now over on towards the Genji, forcing them away. Still, point will flip for the Isopods. Irritapio force here as well, so cooldown exchange now 1. They're going to use this window to try to stay off any aggression for now, but the point still in favor of the Isopods, so really no need for them to push this window right now. We have a gauge in here from Yak, 1 HP, has a blade ready to go. The wall comes out, but Semi with the chase in. We're getting the downpour here, does lock down 3 members of the Moon Baboons. Semi still alive, have his molten core, lays it out over onto the point. Still, it only finds the Torb turret from Panini, but Panini is very safe in his little cubby hole down there. AC Design half HP game pulled from all these sides and gets taken down. A very sloppy fight right now, but Chartron with his beat could be the deciding factor. Rusty go at half HP, just trying to fly away, trying to fly towards the point. Chartron hitting the rollouts, hitting the turnarounds, but Panini has the molten core. For any lasting contesters, now Tedium engages with this blade. We'll find Snow Spot, no rally here for the lasting contest. They're gonna have an icing over from Yoden as well. A lot of ult being done from both these teams. Tedium with a last second deflect onto those torpedoes.
Oh my, that's...
Reversing is just enough. Now, AC Design does come back and finds our Neptune, but they might stagger his heads out, and that might just do first point if AC Design cannot get out alive here. 1 HP has the block, trying to get back to the Mega, and it looks like they will do just that and keep the hazard alive.
That was too close to cover. I was spectating Tedium there. You just hear the torpedo, you have no idea where it is, you know you're one shot.
Riley on the engager, sending me 1 HP, just barely dodged out over on towards that wall. AC Design just trying to block out Odin's punches here. Nobody touching the point for now. AC Design goes on in deep, works on Irritati field, but Yak falls up with the blade. Looking for anybody here. Sending me just dodging back and forth around the pillar, but cannot dodge enough as the blade finds 2 for Yak. Gets the resets as well. Neptune 1v1ing AC Design in the background, but AC Design has a block that does damage. You love good character design in Overwatch 2, as the Baboons can't do any much. But a much closer affair here on the first point of flashpoints, but point A still goes away the Isopods.
That was quite a fight, if I do say. It looked really, I was really back and forth, and I think it could have went either way. It's just that Isopods cycled their ults more efficiently, I think. We'll see what it goes in the second point. Downpour. You almost have window and molten core. The Baboon response.
Decide to invest with here. They use an early wall from AC Design. Must have missed that ability because it just hits the wall. They're gonna have a multi-man downpour here, but the Immortality field is able to keep them all alive through this. Now the window for the re-engage here just creates a space, try to get him off this point. They flip early here for the Icepods with Snow Spot caught out of nowhere. Do they get the kill over the break? They do punish this Brigitte. And now the wall from AC Design as well. Centipede opting to jump into that voluntarily there. Love to see that. AC Design 1 HP trying to get away. The block is still online. Neptune trying to 1v1. Yak in the backline. Might lose one out. Yak does win this one eventually. The Molten Core from Centipede will deny any touches for coming on through. And Yak being staggered there. That will be the fight. And there will be the flip. Right, equal percentage to either side.
I'm a little shaken. The fight went down exactly how I predicted.
They don't have Neptune yet. The fight is breaking out here. And now, Over the Ray comes out from Rosaguma, but doesn't rush AC Design in time. And now, Annihilation over on towards this point. Neptune finds Snow Spot down Brigitte once again. Panini using the overload on point, trying to stay as long as possible. But Rosaguma just padding the stats right now, trying to get the speed ring, distant damage on the wave out. Looks like he will make his way out. Yak might not, however, they continue to chase back towards the spawn. Tedium on the chase, but they finally are going to try to go back to point here. Okay, the re-engage here at the beat. They're still down semi, so it's a 4-on-5 in the spawn room with beat. Yak has a blade 8%. And now Aaron Tyfield is forced early, so this could be the go button for Yak. He's pops that blade, immediately finds Neptune with the dash. Yak trying to find something on Chartron, but has that boop away. Still, the point in favor. Semi just taking out Yak with a fadeaway shot while being shot by AST Design. All right, love to see that. But that will be the point flip here for the Isopods. A fairly heavy investment here for losing fight for the Baboons.
I don't know if I agree at all with that beat. You're down a player and you're facing their spawn door, knowing they have blade, knowing they have down. You're at a heavy ult disadvantage. Let's fight for a second point.
Maybe think you do something, but we do have Neptune getting solo hazard ulted, uses the window, but just gets shredded immediately by AST. As AST looking for a third here, the slash over onto Lucio. And Panini was looking for the hammer kill, but couldn't quite get the turret. Go snipe that one from him.
Okay, I was
Second
just
point
thinking.
here on Flashpoint.
Like, I know Neptune, like, as a support player, right? I get it. Baptiste, you're able to do a lot. But it's just not the pick in the current meta, especially in this map. I think Kira, you can do just as much, if not more. Big potential.
Looking like a complete swap here. Rustic again, Soul Blade in the backline here, but just trying to get away as long as possible. Tedium with the pool little extension is going to find that kill around the Juno, but the point still hasn't flipped yet. And they're really nowhere near it either of these teams, trying to make their way back now. So you get the blade for Rustic Goomba, but he's still on his way back and will most likely be there by the time the fight really breaks up, because HCZN can survive so long on this point with this block ready to go. With the Over to Ray coming back in here as well from Rustic Goomba. Still, no ults for the side of the Baboons. Rally on point for Snow Spot. Pushes AC Zion forward. Semi takes down the turret from Panini, but Neptune is the body on the floor right now as AC Zion continues to go even deeper. Finds another one playing with Jimbo. His heroic return to the battle to see his team winning without him. Panini is still trying to go for the hammer kill, but haven't quite found one just yet as AC Zion continues to light things up. Already 10% to another downpour.
I was doubting the swap. And while I do still think Tedium's doing more than active Genshin, I believe. Outmatching him. I don't think you can be too ashamed of that if you're...
Odin, but you have an early annihilation out from Odin here trying to walk in, and they're going to change 1-for-1 over on the supports here. Panini next to the sights of Odin. Odin has found two with annihilation still as Yak and AC Design, the dream duo here over onto the point. Odin is going to get caught in this downpour, but Tedium trying to back up his tank as long as possibly can here. Odin, 1 HP. They're going to use the blade here from Yak, trying to clutch one up. Finds one mate, finds a Duck one. The default from Tedium is not enough as Yak with the slash finds two. And they're trying to return the favor back in here. It's now a 3-on-3. Two supports and a DPS, but Roasting by his turn to make it a 4-on-3. Disadvantage here for the Baboons as Yak continues to light things up here with his slashes through on Neptune. Force on early TP. Still have one more contest here. Sunny is going to have the overclock, ready to put some pressure over towards Yak. They have a touch here, 90%. They do it with a dash in from Tedium. He has to use deflect as well, so no cooldowns. Chartron caught in L1 of a turret. Forced out a Suzu from Neptune to keep Lucio alive in this fight. Now, consumer over on some point, as well as the beat on top of it. A lot of sustain right now for the side of the Baboons as they continue to move forward. No ults used by the Isopods as they know it's lost by territory. Senemi gets some for stats here. Now it's just the Torb running around on point. Vito some free ult charge, it looks like, as Chartron takes some damage.
You can never get too much ult charge. Pretty even fight though for the play credit. Could be 2-2.
Very aggressive point here as Jax falls down to 1 HP. Tedium in the backline though will find a slash through over on the snow. Both DPS, both supports now gone by the blade. Still very back and forth here, but AC Design seemingly to concede this one. Runs back to the spawn. Odin being there to meet him. They're Panini over on towards the point, however. They get the stagger over on this Torb, and it could be massive as well for the chances of flipping
I'm not
back.
really sure what
it's
he's
just
doing.
The supports versus the Panini, but Odin might get caught out here. Do they have any help for the Durant Queen? They do, as well as a self-sustain. And yeah, that Panini touch of point might just be enough here. AC Design does have the downpour ready to go. Yak will do a desperation touch, however, for his last second contest. Force out some cooldowns. Downpour comes out for the Suzu just in time from Neptune. Nobody has caught that one. Over to Ray for the contest, but Yak has a deflect over onto the point. 98%. for either side, but AC and Rostigoba has found the kills, and the Rampage is going to be blocked by Snowspot. Finally, Panina gets his hammer kill, and that's going to close out the map of New Junk City. A much closer affair, but still no dice for the Moon Baboons, as they are now looking at a barrel of an 0-3 start.
No, I saw exactly that happening in my head. I'm like, wait until Break bashes Rampage. I don't think it would have really mattered in the end. You know, because we casted the last Baboons game, right? Neptune has
probably.
Neptune has a problem with windowing when he's ulted by a tank. Talking about the gravel.
You'd be correct on that one. That certainly did happen.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, I think Neptune's in a tough spot. It's not only is the captain, third player, and is kind of have 3 different roles. He played at a very high level to be on. But honestly, I'm gonna say it's probably not support. As someone who's encountering that same issue, it's probably not support that.
Yeah, I mean, we might just need to see Neptune do the pew-pew shoot stuff here. We are going to Junkertown. We're staking in Australia here for this match. As a lot of substitutions coming in now. Flambo Jambo into the DPS. Krupp back in for Snowspot. AC Zine sticking over onto this tank here. Yak as well on the DPS. And for the other side, Neptune back over onto the DPS. Strudel in for Tedium. So kind of back to our map 1 comp for the Moon Baboons and the Isopods, shaking things up now. Flambo back in the lineup. See where we go. Of course, it's Junkertown, so expecting sort of a spammier look. So it could kind of play in the Baboons. We saw them play the Sigma over on Busan, so could we see something similar here on Junkertown?
Yeah, I think the Sigma was bad.
I'm interested to see Tedium get swapped out here, honestly. We saw Tedium have a really good showing on that hit scan. I believe specifically the Widowmaker on Blizzard World. Oh, no, it was Tedium was playing Tracer, I believe. It was Senemi. So Senemi will be in here probably to play that Widowmaker. There really is no Widow player. Okay, they swapped AST design. Never mind. I thought the AST was sticking on tank. So yeah, they got the Widowmaker. Senemi, prayers up for you, my friend. Going up against AST design Widowmaker on Junkertown. But I guess it's just up to Neptune to diff Flambo Jambo, which not easy. That's the goal right there.
Tall order.
It's just really tall because he's playing Torbjorn too. So, they've been forming every map this season. They've been in it, feels like. I mean, the Moon Baboons have had a lot of these, like the closest, sweeps we've seen. They're playing these teams fairly closely. They're finding the kills in timely fashion. It's just sometimes they have a weird alt fight here and there that'll kind of lose them a point, which is surprising coming from a Neptune team, knowing how hard he communicates, how hard he plans. It's tough to see the team maybe not doing exactly what is I guess exactly what the plan is, but perhaps things get kind of ironed out here. But you don't want to go down 0-3 in the season, of course, to start things out. That would be a very rough start, losing nearly half your games beginning of the season. But we're not there just yet, ladies and gentlemen, because of the first sweep. We saw one almost, or we did see one actually, the Hostage Freakus just this week. So yeah, Isopods might be having a little bit of fun here now. Seeing the Roadhog come out here from Yak AC Zine on the Windbreaker, getting a grapple shot for now, but nothing too much here. We see a very scared huddle corner here by the Moon Baboons in the corner trying to avoid. By the way, we need to switch the game to in-game, by the way.
Oh.
I'll take care of it. You didn't miss anything, chat. No kills or anything coming through. Okay, you can refresh this on the right screen now. We do about halfway through on Junkertown A. Still no kills for either side. Just poking and prodding.
You literally missed nothing, though.
Yeah, we do have Yak on a flank here, though. Lucking down on Neptune. Odin trying to 1v1 the Roadhog and lose that one out. The Retarded field just not on time from Strudel to keep the tank alive in this fight. And now big advantage here as Yak continues to move forward and finding Neptune, gonna hit him with that bag. Semi does get one, but that appears to be all they're gonna get as they are running away heroically from the Roadhog, just maintaining space. And point A going the way of the Isopods here fairly early. Strudel swaps over onto the Ana, trying to deal with Yak's Roadhog a little better.
I like it.
Neptune wins the 1v1, so we won the map. Question Markium, do it. Yak is too busy typing to be caught out on his flank here in the lower underpass. And HT swaps off the Widowmaker here over on the Genji right away, loses 1v1, all of a sudden the ego is crushed and goes to another character.
Oh, get that.
Hate to see
Oh.
it. Oh. Looking to flank here by the Genji and Lucio. Slash on third charge on one HP, but Strudel there with a nade to keep him alive. It doesn't distract him enough though from Neptune. It's gonna be a 1-for-1 for both these teams. So now it's a 3-on-3 over on towards this point. As Yak continues to push his cart forward, Odin finally going down to contest. And he will land over onto Yak to try to force the Roadhog out a little bit. Does get staggered or does get rocked out of the breather. And now Flambo running on in. Gonna get taken down, and the move Baboons will finally stabilize here on the defense.
I was impressed with sleep by Strudel there. Odin was 17 HP and Flambeau had the hammer out.
Okay, now we're seeing Neptune with space on Widowmaker. Taking some shots. HT Zion no longer there to match him on this one either, so a decent advantage as Yak gonna rage swap over onto the Hazard.
Understandable.
Gonna get 5 awesome meters on the cart and then run away. Okay, this is definitely a bit of silly mode, I think, for both these teams right now. I surely envy the color commentator who has to analyze this.
Yeah, don't worry. I've had a really great time this entire season. Really, it's I seem to have picked the best match, only the best, finest match.
Many are saying this. Many such cases. Now, we did the dive in here from Yak in the backline. The Hazard, all this is not gonna land.
Beats anyways, because why not?
Surfwatch just moved the day. Congratulations. Burn Olsen fade pass into the Clifton Highs channel. Now, a lot of kills coming through right now for a side of the Isopods as they go in deep with these ultimates. And Chartron just trying to 1v4 on the cart, but sadly she can't do enough. But 1v3, I believe in Chartron, but 1v4 just out of the question. Now, they did use Nano. They did use Overclock. They did use Flux. They did use Rally. But they didn't use Sights because they didn't have it. So that's a W.
Take the small victor.
And, yeah, what are your thoughts on the next fight? We're going to have Downpour. We're going to have Blade. Okay, we're going to use Downpour right now. Actually lock down 3 people out of their spawn doors as Yak finds 1. Yak is going to die in the back line here. This is a fight right out of your spawn doors here for the Moon Baboons, trying to make some space for Neptune to walk on out. Not the most wood of sight lines are stuck behind a wall behind spawn doors, but AC Zion on the high ground trying to 1v1 the Widow.
Doomfist swap.
Okay, sure. I like what I'm seeing.
I don't.
We're
but it's
well,
okay.
I like what I'm seeing in our hopes of going to another map.
Oh,
Yak
yes.
continues to play Doomfist. Maybe. We'll see Attain's coming through here. Yak going in very deep, as well as AC Zion following this up with this beat. This sleep from Strudel, not gonna land. Yak punches a chair in frustration. And yeah, that's just it's gonna be another fight victory here for the Isopods. Opting not to push the cart. Get Flamajambo another turret kill. As the spawn hole continues here from Yak and Krill. Neptune just slowly creeping his way out the door. But I don't think anybody can touch this one. Sunmi coming out the side. Does he have to slide it onto point? They do, as well as with this Tracer. So it is going to be a 5v5 or on towards the cart. But the kills for the Isopods are here. The beat as well hits all Fire Maiden members. Odin flying low on this cart. As Neptune is trying to blink around, but sadly not going to be there That's gonna be a 2-minute time bank here in Junkertown as the Isopods look to creep up the sweep.
Score 0-3. Switching sides.
There's not much to say really. I don't think
Yeah,
the
analyze this,
Baboons-
Caster. Come on.
I don't think
That's
the
a whip
Baboons. Okay,
sound.
my analysis is I don't think the Baboons touched cart at all on third point to contest it outside of the last 5 meters.
I don't think they touched on B really either.
Yeah, so like
Odin did drop. I forget they did drop. They rocked the Roadhog. Give him credit for that one.
there's a bit of a few issues you could say that you can point to, and
For battle.
I think the Strudel Ano is playing really well. I think you probably lean more into that. Support that pick by swapping off of the Widowmaker when they have Genji Doomfist Tracer. But interesting, we do see Odin Ball. I was asking for this before map 2 even started, but I don't believe that they will stick ball if I had to guess.
Hey, you never know. Maybe Odin's got a sick ball in him. You know, maybe he's a baller. We don't know. He's at the spawn door on ball.
5, 4,
I think
2, 1. Attackers incoming.
Oh Lord, he going. Now ball Tracer Widow here, so very classic Duck Hunt style composition. Just the dive in from Neptune on to AC Zion gets double pocketed. But now Odin is set up to look for his Widowmaker over on the right side, but the turret's gonna catch him out. Flameo Jumbo putting that turret at just the right spot to keep charge of that flank out there on their side. Slam over on towards Yak, has the wall as well as the block. Save off any amount of damage coming through, but AC Zion opening things up with a kill on Strudel the second that wall drops. A good start here right now for the Isopods. They continue to hold. The cart is still slowly moving forward, however. We have Yak jumping in, puts the pressure on Chartron. Chartron 1 HP, stuck on the wall. Can't wall ride that one without taking a lot of damage. And now the DPS trying to do anything here over on towards Yak. As Odin is in the backline, puts pressure on AC Zion, but the double pocket once again. As Krill looking to pressure this ball away. Running him on down, sending me caught over on the side. And once again, a reset force here for the Moon Baboons.
And it just feels like the Baboons are on like 2 different pages, 2 different comps. More swaps from the PS line. Neptune on the Widow.
Yeah, Odin is just puts pressure on his cart. Yak will die in spawn. Everybody gets one, I guess. Odin is in the backline, puts a decent amount of pressure, and forcing his rotates coming through for the supports in that small area will allow Neptune to catch him on the retreat. So here we go, finally an opening for the Moon Baboons. As Odin is doing the job in Wrecking Ball right now. It's kind of swinging around the back line, forcing to rotate into the Neptune sightlines. The slam in, force out the Suzu. Turret taken on down here, but Yak has returned to the fray. Still, a nice anti though will land over on Flameo Jumbo, gets Suzu'd right away. Both Widows are exchanged. They're going to use this downpour and then over on towards Senemi, but Yak has already found 4 with the assist of that downpour and blocking. And another reset is forced.
You know, if I were a classical football coach, I would be tearing my headset off. Nothing's really working. I mean, you're kind of just the first minus.
We'll be able to take a good start though, taking a rush to go, but had the Kasuna rush. Put some pressure in here. Odin looks for a slip around towards Cope, get the Lucio out of the way, but has the adaptive shielding to get out a lot of it, get over on towards that Mega. However, the cart still has not been touched for the Moon Baboons after sending in that opening pick. Roasting about already back in the fray here with the TP quickly in the spawn, but Semi does find AC Design. Flameo Jumbo often use the Molten Core to stave off the cart for a little seconds here. Yak caught in a slorb from Senemi. Senemi with a decent amount of charge, looking for a shot, but hitting on the Torbjorn after the slam coming through. The mines will isolate them over onto his left side. Roasting but stuck in the area. Does not get the beat. It's just a 2-man here from Krill. But the cart still moving forward here. Strudel stuck in the backline against a Hazard. An inevitable position here for any Ana player, but the cart is being cleared up right now as Yak is having fun in the backline. His team is losing the cart As Neptune returning back from spawn, finding multiple kills here. AC9 returns over on towards the Tracer. Odin just trying to stay lava on Cart as long as possible can. Neptune looking for a shot over to AC9. Too busy looking at the Tracer, can't help with Cart as Yak continues to maintain that position.
Oh my
The Venom
goodness.
Mine kill on AC Design. Kropp has returned to the fray, but Odin goes in for a touch. Yak will be there for a contesting here,
Touch
has
the
the block,
card,
has the
touch
wall
the
still
card.
online. 14% towards another downpour. Semi trying to walk forward, looking pressure over to Flow. Joe Force on an early overload. Charge on his turn as well, but Semi taken down by the slash from Yak. Now, 5 seconds remaining in 2.5 seconds. We do have the beat come through onto all 4 remaining members. Nobody caught in that downpour either. Neptune in the backline getting chased down by AT Design as well. They gain that pocket here from Strudel, as well as a Nano on top of that. Odin with a decent slam orange card. All 4 remaining members. They're going to get the antidote on towards Kropp. On his Lucio cannot build this beat. Has to go around this pillar for now, but Chartron caught over on the water tower. Slamming from Odin. They find 2 quick kills, but Flambo finds one with the hammer. It's a very equal fight. Either side can win this one right now. A big nade from Strudel, but the kills are here. The damage, he cannot heal through this. It's simply too much. And that's going to be the series. A 3-0 here for the Isopods.
Victory.
And that's going to do it. The Baboons say to drop their 3rd in a row.
Play of the game.
I think the biggest takeaway is just the ults didn't really seem like they were playing side of the Baboon. Kind of just threw out whenever they wanted. So maybe there's like a lack of a shot caller or like a planner, but they looked. I'm telling you what. Did Teddy M only play 1 map?
Correct.
I don't know. They looked a lot cleaner.
I think you're right on that. It allows Neptune to play, that support role. Because if they play the Kiriko, the Baptiste, basically another DPS in the lobby as well as a support there. Yeah, it's just
Now, if you are a Moon Baboons fan, right? Don't get too down, right? The strong points about this team are A, they don't play Hazard. B, the comps they play are good into not Hazard. Hazard will hopefully be 7 days, 7.5 days.
you don't have to play another match on this patch.
Correct. That's what I was trying to say. You do start 0-3, I believe. But maybe this is maybe next patch Sigma gets buffed. Probably not. That'd be kind of crazy. That'd be a definite Sigma met. I think it's a little early to say who is really good and who's really because Hazard.
True. I'd probably agree with a few of those sentiments there. I don't really feel like doing an interview after a game like that.
No,
to
I
be
don't.
honest.
I didn't want it.
So we can still give an MVP before we take off here. Do you have any shout outs? There's a lot of good players for the side of the Isopods today. I would be willing to give it to any of the 7 players who played for them.
I want to give that to Rusty.
Okay.
I think I like the AST design MVP. What? Yeah, we know he's really good, obviously, but I think certain moments stand out to me. Just the fact that he played like 4 different heroes in 3 matches, played well in all of them. The Suzu. Juno ults on 2, I think that's my vote.
Yep. We'll go and get roasting it, but sure. We are not biased by any ways. We have never met the guy in our life. Yeah, I guess that'll do it for us here at the Overwatch Clash. We thank you all so much for tuning in, seeing the Isopods taking down the Moo Baboons in a 3-0 fashion. Our next game is going to be on Wednesday at 9 p.m. It's going to be a Swagasaur squad and Empanada Empanada. Should be a pretty good match. Hopefully we'll get that one prod out for you guys. Of course, stay tuned to the announcements channel in the Discord for any updates on that. If you're not doing so already, make sure to follow the Twitch as well. Join us on our socials. Now, that being said, for Corey and Booney, stay safe, stay healthy, have a great rest of your evening.